Well, Dad, how was your stay in Bamberg?
Beautiful, beautiful.
All right, what day is this?
This is 10th.
No, 9.
9.
Today's 9.
Day 9, and we're leaving Bamberg for Nuremberg.
Nuremberg.
Right.
All right, let's go.
Okay, here we go.
We left Bamberg and headed south to our next location, the city of Nuremberg.
That was built by Hitler.
The Congress Hall.
Right.
Congress Hall.
Congress Hall.
It wasn't finished. It was supposed to be double as high as this is now. It was never finished.
Huh.
There's an architect in the 70s built that, and the architect who built the whole building here is called Albert Speer, and Speer in German means spear.
Oh, okay.
So the architect just wanted to show how easy it is just to penetrate this big building that should have lasted for 1,000 years by a modern day spear.
S-P-E-E-R.
It is S-P-E-E-R, yeah, spear.
Ah, there's the other side.
Drive around once. It's supposed to be bandstands just right around where we're driving now. And in the middle, right left the place, that's the spear sticking out from the other side. That goes right through. Facade.
Oh, okay.
And that is a little, yeah, it shows you how the whole system worked, you know? A facade, and in the background is just...
Our next stop was Zeppelin Field.
And there's where they blew up the swastika and all the war films. Top of that building.
During World War II, this was the site of many large Hitler rallies.
This is what's left of the stadium in the back area here. It's just pillars and stuff where they used to have the stands and all. And pretty much now it's a field to play football, soccer on. There's a shell hit right there.
We'll drive around the backside of that building. Underneath that, just some plants.
This is the back side of it.
This place is worth
Empty shells and stuff.
One of those trees right in the back, that's the imperial castle of Nuremberg. And Hitler thought of himself as the natural successor of all the German kings and emperors. And so he built this road just to face the castle, so that everyone that marches on this road marched towards the castle and had the, well, the glorious...
What? Got a Coca-Cola building.
Yeah, this is a central place for trains to meet underground and top the train.
And there's another Grundig building.
First bridge, this little hanging bridge, it's like the Golden Gate Bridge. It's the first bridge of that kind to be built in Germany. It's from the 19th century. And it didn't have these pillars underneath to hold it up. It just was like the Golden Gate Bridge, just a
Kind of hanging there.
hanging bridge. Yeah. People living inside the city wall. Those are apartments, but just small apartments. So only university students and other young people live in those apartments, because they're quite cheap and small.
Oh, whether they'll let us get through here.
Oldest street in Nuremberg.
Now we're in the middle.
Now it's going to be fun.
That's a Lutheran church, and before the Reformation, that was a Catholic church. So inside they have still some Catholic ornaments, but most of them are Lutheran.
Now we're going to Castle, huh?
Going up into the castle
Nuremberg Castle.
to look out over Nuremberg. The view. Well, she can't make it.
Check this out, Dad.
I made it. Oh,
Made it.
Look at that. Beautiful. We can really see all around.
Yeah, this is 180-degree view of Nuremberg.
Uh-huh.
It's all the old city of Nuremberg.
Okay.
That's the only high-rise building we have. That's from an insurance company. It's a building that belongs to an insurance company. St. Lawrence Church, which is the biggest church in Nuremberg. It's a Catholic church.
And that's St. Sebald.
Emperor's Castle. because all German emperors, or emperors from different German states in medieval times, they held court here.
Boy, this is neat. Look at all that.
Very pretty. This is the inside part, courtyard of the castle.
The courtyard of the castle.
Yeah.
In the center of the court, we see the well house built in 1563. It was hewn through 50 meters of solid rock. To the right is the double chapel, whose upper floor served the emperor and his court, while the lower floor was reserved for his knights. At the northeast corner of the courtyard, there are the secretary's building and the accounting house.
It's like the inner courtyard here.
The mighty Sinwell Tower was built in the 12th century, however the upper part was built in 1560. The gap between the two towers was filled in 1495 by the imperial stables. Grain was stored in the upper 6 floors, and the building also served as stables for the emperor's horses.
The castle, Nuremberg. Very nice.
Yes, it is.
Fabulous.
Big, big, big. Oh my gosh, big.
Huge.
Yep, on to the next piece.
That could have been
This is the old Rathaus town hall in Nuremberg. It's built by this guy. His name is Wolf, and he had his figure carved in it. And then that's the crest. And this is the crest of Nuremberg.
This is the Church of Our Lady. It was built between 1350 and 1358 and presides over the market square.
And the clock in the tower.
The clock was added in 1509, and every day at noon, the figures perform their pageant. In front of the church, there's a large fountain referred to as the Beautiful Fountain. The central market is referred to as the Christmas Market because of the Christmas festival held there every year. The market attracts over 2 million visitors annually.
Yep, raising the roof of the joint.
really nice.
Yeah, that's a cool place. It's where we had our lunch.
Yep.
Yep, this is where we had lunch.
Very good.
Yep, very good indeed. Up there's the towers of the church. Coming up past the cop shop here. Getting ready to go somewhere else. Yeah, we're off to the next town.
From Nuremberg, we head east to the town of Rothenberg. Rothenberg is located in northern Bavaria, has a population of around 11,000 people, and it's noted for its medieval architecture and half-timbered houses. It is one of the best preserved medieval towns in Europe and is considered one of the most attractive towns in Germany. But there's something else that's attractive to my sister and mother, and that is shopping. It is a charming town with medieval flavor, located along the Taube River, which lies along Germany's romantic road between Rothenberg and the Alps.
Another Rathaus. Looks like everybody's headed that way.
But this is what my mother and sister came to see, Katie Wolfarts. This is a specialty Christmas store featuring Christmas items all year long. While my mother and sister were inside shopping, my dad and I stood around outside waiting to pay for it all. This is Teddyland. The Germans love their teddy bears, and this store specializes in very nice teddy bears. Right next door to Teddyland was this shop specializing in porcelain.
Okay, this is it for this town. We're off to Munich.
From Rothenberg, we travel south to Munich, which is our last stop on the tour.
Well, where are we at now?
We're in Munich.
Munich.
We're in Munich.
Yeah, end of the day.
End of the day. Okay, this is day 10, and we're out in front of a hotel here, getting ready to go on a shopping trip and also to see Dachau, that concentration camp.
Where are we at?
In Munich.
Munich.
We're in Munich.
Day 10.
Day 10, right.
Let's go.
Munich is the capital of Bavaria and is one of the most beautiful and hospitable cities in Germany, with a population of about 1.3 million. In front of the new Rathaus is Mary's Column, a pillar which was erected in 1638 to pay homage to the patron saint of Bavaria. The carillon is located in the tower of the new Rathaus, and it plays 4 different tunes. The old Rathaus was the seat of Munich's city government until the early 20th century. It was built in the late 15th century and has been completely restored after being damaged during World War II. Today it houses a toy museum which occupies 4 stories in the tower. And there were numerous fountains throughout Munich.
This is the original Hofbrauhaus in Munich. Hofbrauhaus in Munich.
Ready to get something.
The real one.
Yeah, with the Papa band.
Pretty good.
There's a little alcove off to the side with a whole bunch of small little lockers where regular patrons can store their beer steins. As you can see, this is a very busy place. They even have an outside courtyard to handle the overflow.
you get? Real Bavarian dessert?
It's called Bavarian cream.
Bavarian cream.
It's vanilla cream.
Woohoo! Look at that.
It's too fattening for me.
And located just outside the Hofbrauhaus is the Hard Rock Cafe.
Hey, Dad in the Hard Rock Cafe of all things, huh?
In Munich, Germany.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
This is the Opera House. And that over there is a museum. This is part of the Opera House too.
This is the residence. It is made up of a number of buildings which was part of the Wittelsbach family from the 14th to the 19th century. This is the opposite side of the Church of Our Lady.
Here's the mug I got my
Wow.
Isn't that neat?
Oh yeah.
That's the one I got Joe.
Ah, you made it. Long walk, huh? Yep. We are home at the hotel for the night. I think someone needs a nap and a cookie. Good morning.
Morning.
Well, it's day 11. It's our last and final day. We're flying back, right?
Right.
The last bit of Munich.
From Munich to Paris.
And Paris home. Did you have a good time?
At Paris, we're going to talk to Chirac and then we'll go home.
We have a good time?
Yeah, very good time. I
Well,
don't know
let's-
about Mom, but I had a good time.
Let's pile in the van and head home.
Okay. A lot of ex-GIs.
Yeah.
On our way to the airport, we had one more stop to make. This is the Nuremberg Castle and Botanical Garden, also known as Mad Ludwig's Castle. Prince Elector Ferdinand Mary had it built as a gift for his wife on the occasion of the birth of their heir, Max Emmanuel. It was built between 1664 and 1674. Behind the castle is a large botanical garden. The garden is located in the north side of the castle. It has greenhouses which boast a huge variety of trees and plants, including collections of cacti and carnivorous plants. Of the many buildings and rooms in the castle, one of which is the Gallery of Beauties, featuring portraits of 36 Munich women, and also a porcelain museum. In the old stable house, there's a carriage museum, featuring a collection of carriages, sleighs, and riding gear. And in the front of the castle, there's a large pond which attracts many different species of waterfowl.
It's either a tern or a loon. Okay. Well, that's it. It's our end of our trip through Germany, right, Dad?
Right.
We started way over on the western side near Dusseldorf. We came in there. We went up the Rhine River all the way up to, where is it, the sea up there?
Bremen.
The Bremen. And then we went from there all the way over to Bamberg, down through Leipzig and all, and ended up here in Munich. So it's a big tour of Germany, and we had a great time. How everybody have a good time?
About 2,000 miles.
About 2,000 miles worth of traveling, yeah. I'd like to thank Leslie Sommer of Mop and Tour for putting the tour together, and of course our guide Marcus Dudek for taking us around and showing us the sights. We did a fabulous job. I'd love to come back again. Till then, everybody, bye.
Auf Wiedersehen.
See ya. Wiedersehen.
That's all, folks.